we're all together. So.
Yep, in one room.
Yep,
This is all
100%
in
one room.
Just hiding in different corners.
Yes.
What a weird we should do that.
Yeah.
One
It's
time
like,
we
we're not
should-
together.
Yeah, but just in the
Even-
background we can see each other.
Even if we live together, we wanted to do that.
Yeah.
That was the remember our Yikes, It's a Pandemic show. That's how I wanted it to end.
Oh, all of
It's
us in
like
the
we
same
recorded-
in the same
We
house.
recorded it all remotely, then I
Yeah.
wanted it to end with all of us in the same
Yeah.
house.
We probably still have the clips from that, don't we? Or did we cut that before we?
We never even filmed it. Yeah.
No?
It didn't make it. It didn't make it.
Dang.
Yeah, here we are live from our bedrooms.
We are currently, for our international listeners, we are in a little bit of a pandemic. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
if you're that
just a little bit.
if you're that guy from Turkey or Mexico that's
Yeah.
been watching,
First
don't know
of all,
what your guys'
thanks.
yeah.
Don't know how you heard about it, but thank you.
And if you're there's 3 people from the US, I know you guys probably aren't on lockdown right now. You're just living life like it's normal pretty much. So
Hope you're doing okay.
Wow.
First of all,
Living
you're
like it's
alive.
normal. Like some crap's been going down.
yeah, really. Yeah,
but here we are.
yeah, we're
back for another
in.
one.
The province gave us a stay home order. I guess that's what the stay at home order. So we are opting to not be together in one room
Indefinitely.
indefinitely.
But
Probably
you know
for the
what?
rest
I
of the
think we
world.
can make it work. Yeah. We can make it work here.
Yeah.
It's still fancy. You know, I have like a little studio set up in my bedroom right now, so that's a goal. Maybe next episode we can all be lying in bed recording them.
Just
I think we'll make
on our phones like this.
Yeah.
That would be, truthfully, Dilemma Dudes in the morning would be that.
Mhm. I know now that we're
Hey guys, what's up? Yeah.
now that we're back to recording it, while we're recording from home, we can actually
Yeah.
record it in the morning instead of 6:10 p.m.
Yeah. well, you guys can. I mean, or Devin, you're still working, right?
Like 2 days a week.
He's working.
Okay. And are you guys doing like mainly you're doing like mainly curbside pickup and all that stuff?
Curbside, online order, personal shopper too, technically, but no one really does that.
Yeah, no. Probably a good idea that they don't.
Well, here we are. Welcome. We got to do our intro. Don't want to forget that.
Right.
So, how does it go? This is the Dilemma Dudes podcast, and my name is Noah.
I'm Keelan.
And I'm Devin. And
We
we're
did it
the
again.
Dilemma Dudes.
And we are Dilemma Dudes. And it's like,
In comes like the intense YouTuber intro.
yeah. What up, everybody? Today, we're going to deliberate some dilemmas. Yeah.
All right. Well, I got some dilemmas for us to deliberate. Today, they're on my phone. So if you see me just looking at my phone, it's not because I'm completely uninterested, because I'm only mildly uninterested. It's because I'm looking at the next dilemma, trying to figure out which one we want to do. I wrote another dilemma for this episode, so
Oh no.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
we should start taking turns
No.
writing dilemmas.
this one's actually I thought of the idea and I was like, it's nothing to do with crime. Well, I mean, it might technically be a crime, but it's not like
chances are it'll turn into us talking about crime.
probably. But let's start with one that is I like this one. It's been on our list for a while on the Google Docs and I keep forgetting about it. But today's the day
Today
that
is
we
the
do
day.
this. So, your teenagers had a rough few years. First came an arrest for shoplifting. The item was of little value, so it was only a misdemeanor. Then your teen was with some friends who were smoking pot and driving too fast. Your teen has promised they are turning over a new leaf and seem to be on the right track, doing better in school, coming home by curfew, and generally having a much better attitude. But you get a call from the local police station saying your son was with a group of kids who broke into a liquor store and stole beer. Do you go to the station and see how you can get your teen out of this jam, or let him accept whatever consequences befall him.
He's on his own.
Yeah.
Like,
so are you gonna? I guess this is like, are you gonna let your son go to jail? Or are you gonna try and help him out?
I'm sorry, I'm just surprised the kid lasted this long if he's my son.
But like, if he's done all these other things and gotten caught for it and hasn't been properly like, I'm sure he's been reprimanded by like parent, or said us, I guess. But like, he's just been reprimanded. There's no like, hasn't been a real consequence. So I think now it'd be like, no, like, you're going to jail. It's your choice. Like,
yeah,
you chose to fall back onto that.
Well, like, I also think it really depends. Like, what kind of teen are we talking about? Are we talking about like a 15-year-old? We're talking about like an 18-year-old. There's a huge difference.
Like, it's just your kid, right?
Other than, I guess, 15-year-old, you're...
Because like a 15-year-old's barely even a teenager. Like,
what's the age
how many...
you don't do juvie?
I think once you're like over 16, you're like...
So we're talking, it's either juvie or...
Prison. Yeah. I'm sorry, like if he's like an 18-year-old or even like 17-year-old, and it's like this has been a reoccurring thing. Sure, he kind of cleaned up his act at one point, and now this thing's hit the fan. I'd be like, sorry, kid, you're on your own. But if it's like a 15-year-old who, like, you know, he's been kind of going through a rough patch for like the last year and a half, like this has only happened really recently, I would totally go and... Not so bail him out, like, you know, he'd be in for an ass whooping, but
yeah.
but he wouldn't be going to jail. Like, I wouldn't want that to happen. So, like,
no, in my brain, I feel like,
son.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be like, yeah, sorry, buddy. Like, in my non-actual parent, but trying to be an expert on parenting, I would say, yeah, he's gonna serve his time. You know, like, I'm not gonna be the superhero dad come in there and save you. It's like, you brought this on yourself. It's kind of your consequences. But I feel like when I'm actually a father, I probably would feel differently.
But here's another thing though. Is like his previous crimes was shoplifting some candy and smoking pot.
Yeah,
which
they've
one
all
of
been
those
super
isn't a crime anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like those are his records against him. Like that's not much of a build up. Like I would say that's just one mistake and that's it.
That's the thing. They're all pretty like pitiful crimes. Like they're all pretty victimless crimes.
Yeah.
But it's more like, do you use this as an opportunity for your son to go to jail, for him to finally clean up his act? Because he is kind of, you know, getting into bad things. So I think that's kind of what it is. It's like, do you let him go to jail? Because maybe that'll be the final straw for him to finally be like, oh, maybe I should stop hanging out with these idiots.
Right.
And, you know.
Here's the thing is I'd probably bail him out, but I'd like make it dead clear. It's like, hey man, this happens again.
Yeah.
You're on your own.
Yeah. I'd probably bail him out and then be like, there's a, like, you're gonna have to pay me back in some way.
Yeah.
Because this is like, it's the whole like, I should have let you go to jail. I should have let you suffer the full consequences. But I'm gonna bail you out this one time.
Yeah, because I don't want my kid to go to jail.
And if you do it again, he's already had 2 strikes. This is 3rd. If he does it again.
Well, also, it's been shown that jail can screw people up even more than what they were into before they went. It's been shown that like they can come out worse.
Yeah.
Like way worse.
Yeah. Depending on how good, like if they have like some sort of like rehabilitation or like, you know, some sort of like therapy or like help at the prison, then sometimes it'll be better. But yeah, usually
I think it's a consensus that we'd probably bail him out at least that time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you said, there'd be an ass whooping and also some consequences at home, but not jail.
I think as a father, you're saving your own face by making sure your son doesn't go to jail, because that's just a bad look.
Yeah, that is also true. Part of it's probably selfish.
Even though I think technically you probably should let your kids serve their time. Like you shouldn't.
Well, I keep going back to this. I think it definitely depends on the age of the child too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, well, let's do another one. That one was pretty simple. It was like an easy start.
Yeah, a little warm up.
No. Okay, this one's called The Hijacked Plane. I think this one probably won't be as much of a warm up.
No,
So,
no.
You're on a plane containing 150 people currently flying over a barren desert. Hijackers take over, killing the pilot and co-pilot and sealing themselves in the cockpit. There is no way for you to open the door, but you could damage the ventilation system, causing poisonous fumes to fill the cockpit. If you do this, the hijackers will die, but with no one able to enter the cockpit and fly the plane, it will crash into the desert, killing everyone on board. If you do nothing, the hijackers might land the plane safely, or they might crash it into a civilian target, killing even more people. What should you do?
Okay, here's my first thought right off the top. Landing it safely. It's probably going to be in the middle of a terrorist camp, and we're all going to be held hostage and like slowly tortured until we're killed.
Yeah, like
So
what
yeah,
is landing?
safely.
Yeah, I doubt that. I doubt like some hijackers taking over a plane and being like, "Yeah, we're gonna land this plane safely." Like, I just don't think
Like
that's
sure,
usually
yeah,
how
we
it
might
goes
not
down.
die in a plane crash, but we'll probably die to terrorists.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
but the scenario is that are you gonna like step
Yeah.
in, kill everyone, so they make sure that they don't use the plane to hit another building or steal the plane, I guess, to do more crimes.
right.
So you're gonna poison these hijackers to stop that, or you can just be like, oh, maybe they're good guys. They just wanted to take the plane for a joyride. We're all good. And
My
you just
question
don't do
is,
anything.
am I a pilot? Just another pilot on the plane? Because that'd be great.
I think you're I think you're like a passenger, but you're not able to get into the cockpit. It says.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're not
okay.
able to get in at all.
But you're
Yeah.
able to do something to the air, like the air filtration system. Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
you're
Yeah.
able to run like poisonous fumes into the cockpit to kill them.
Would anybody else die though?
Yeah, because then the plane would crash, but then it would stop them from crashing the plane into like
building.
let's say it's like a 9/11 situation. It'll stop.
Right.
Them
It
from
would
crashing.
force them to
Yeah.
to either right away land the plane or crash.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I'd probably just open up the window and jump.
You just kill yourself.
No, you get a parachute.
So save yourself. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That or I'd do the poisonous gas, and then
Mhm.
do the whole like keep an eye on where we are. It's crashing, and then I jump out as it's crashing.
Oh, okay. I think what I would do is I'd open that little side door. I'd like spider crawl along the side of the plane, smash through the front window,
Right. With
kill
what?
the hijackers, and then I'll land the plane safely.
Right.
Honestly, probably what I would do is I'd probably hop out of the window and then just start flying like Superman and just catch the plane and force it to land.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah,
Okay,
guys,
well,
I think
we
we're
can
really
go
good at
into
this.
I think we can go on to the next question.
I think we might be superheroes.
Yeah, honestly. No, and like I would like to think I would like do the poison gas thing because, like, let's be honest, it's either, at least in my head, we're dying quicker, so
Yeah.
we're not being tortured to death, or
Well,
we're saving a
is-
bunch of people who potentially could get hit by a plane.
Right. The other thing is you may not potentially die from a plane crash.
There's a possibility of survival, especially since it's
Yeah.
a desert and there's soft sand.
Yeah,
But
like
still,
all those.
let's just say we do die. 100% we're gonna
Yeah.
die. I would rather die quick in a plane crash and make it so that no other people got hurt than the people on the plane
Yeah.
than get either tortured and murdered or run into another building.
Right.
Yeah, I think I would try and poison the hijackers because
Yeah.
there is still a chance that the plane's gonna crash then, but there's still a chance that it won't be too horrible. You
And
know,
I-
like they say in those aircraft safety videos, you just gotta brace and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, just
I'm
brace.
pretty sure they say to not brace. It's like when you're driving a car and you know you're gonna get hit. Don't tense. Don't
And,
tense
like,
up.
And that's the thing is I like my odds of a plane crash when it's into a desert than a building.
Yeah.
That's true.
The desert's just soft
It's a big
water.
old it's a big sandbox.
soft
all.
water.
It's just gonna.
Sorry, excuse me.
Sand is just soft
Soft
water.
water. I mean, because
Nice.
falling into water from high, like what is it, like 80 feet or something, is like falling onto cement.
It's
Oh,
something like
gosh.
that. Yeah, water can be like cement.
That's why like high divers are like insane.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's people that do like those high, like the X Games, like high diver, the Red Bull thing where they're like on a bridge doing these like high dives into water. It's crazy.
No, thank you. I'm okay.
Hey, absolutely not.
I won't even do a dive off of a diving board.
Yeah,
so.
really.
But I think we gotta kill these hijackers and just
Yeah.
hope for the best. We're not letting another 9/11 happen on our watch.
We don't
there-
negotiate with terrorists.
I mean,
No.
the World Trade Center wasn't anywhere close to a desert, but okay.
Yeah. You fly the plane long enough, you end up in a desert.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna kill the hijackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean either that or use the phone to
Or
call the government. I don't know, whatever.
Or you
Hey,
gather
government.
up all the passengers and get them to all jump at once, and slowly, inch by inch, we'll land the plane.
And all of them are trained skydivers,
Oh.
so they do those cool like ladder thingies in the air. You know those when they have like the or is it the patterns of like everyone joined together?
Like a flock of birds
Yeah.
all of a sudden. Just humans flying down from the
Yeah.
sky.
I don't know why my
Imagine-
mind instantly went to the Mighty Ducks with the flying V in the sky.
But imagine being the hijackers at that point. They land the plane somewhere. They burst into the cabin. Everybody, there's no one there. Everyone is just gone.
Oh goodness. Well, there we go. That's a slightly sorry, knocked my microphone there. Slightly more intense one. We got to have some death in every episode,
Of course.
Every episode.
Not a moral dilemma if there's not a lot of death.
Death.
No, definitely not. Okay, here's another one. So, you're a songwriter. You've written countless songs over the years without much success until finally you write one that you are sure is going to be a big hit. You bring it to some record labels and they love it as well. They even fully fund a top-level recording of the song, prepare it to be released worldwide. This could finally be your big shot. However, one day you're listening to a playlist you often listen to on Spotify and hear a song that sounds very similar to yours, sharing similar melodies and even a couple lyrics. You're not 100% sure if you've heard this song before, but it's likely you have, and it may have inspired your own song. Also, the band who wrote it is pretty small and unknown, and their version of the song never took off. Do you risk it and release your song knowing it's plagiarized and might come back to haunt you, or do you cancel the release because you can't fathom stealing someone else's work?
Release it.
Yeah, the chances of I feel like the chances of someone finding it and going, oh, is like very slim.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing, man. Every song is like mildly plagiarized from somebody
Mm.
else.
I mean, I was
Like-
on the way home, I was listening to CBC has that little like section called Distant Cousins, where they play two songs that like either have the same beat, have the same chord progression,
Yeah.
sometimes same like lyrics and stuff. No one worries about that. It's two different
Yeah.
songs.
But I think with this, it's like you literally have stolen like a whole concept, like a chorus or something.
But
Like
is
the whole
it
concept
Songs
of the
do that
song is
all the
same.
time, though.
But it's like subconsciously too. Like there's
Yeah.
like you all of a sudden hear this song and you're like, that's the song I just wrote.
Yeah.
But literally,
it's-
who was it? Was it Kanye did that to Daft Punk? And Daft Punk's huge, and they
Yeah.
and he got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jason Derulo's Savage Love one, hate that song. Plays over and over and over again. That song was that like that bum, 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 da, 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 was written by a kid in the Philippines. And he
Oh, nice.
and like that was actually an original TikTok sound.
Yeah.
He took that and put it into a song and wrote that song. And there was a
Oh.
huge like thing about it, and he ended up just paying the dude off.
Yeah.
Instead of like giving credit.
I think he
to
should
him.
have. I think he should have. Yeah, paid the dude at first too. Anyways.
The
But, like-
thing is, people were like, "You stole this kid's like music." And he like, it wasn't just like, "Oh, that sounds like mine." He literally took the kid's music and put it into this song, and everyone was
Yeah.
freaking out about it, rightfully so. And instead of giving the kid credit, the guy was like, "I just want like my name on it. Just put my name on it." And he was like, "No. Here's thousands of dollars." Off.
See this is like a similar situation though. Like you're stealing like some small band's work, and
Ah,
you're
but
sure,
if you get
and
big
you're sure that
enough,
it's gonna take off,
But
and you
also,
knowingly know that now. Like
as
in
a
your
s-
if you're thinking as a songwriter, like oh crap, that kind of sounds exactly like my song. Like it must really sound like your song.
Yeah, yeah. As a small band, wouldn't you sometimes go, "Oh, that's so cool. They used our song as inspiration or something."
Yeah, possibly. Or it can be like it can become a whole TikTok drama.
Yeah.
And now like you've finally released a big song, but now no one trusts you anymore.
Yeah.
But who
Because-
cares? Like freaking controversy is just another form of publicity, man. Like
Yeah.
it would almost be good for that to happen to you.
Yeah.
And then you
chances
just go,
are-
oh, hey, you know, I made $10 million off of your song. Here's $100,000. Like that's barely even a dent in what you made.
Yeah.
Plus, you're famous now. Plus, they got $100,000. There's
Yeah.
a win-win across the board.
Yeah.
I would say the chances of like, you know, it blowing up and like, yeah, the chances of one or the other winning the court case or whatever is very slim.
Yeah,
And
usually
plus-
when these plagiarized things happen, it's just a bad look. Like it's happened to like Ed Sheeran and all
Yeah.
these big artists, and it's just like, oh, that's not a good look. Like you obviously
Yeah.
stole that.
Yeah.
But then there's the argument, another moral dilemma we can get that can stem from this is like the argument of in any art form of like inspiration versus like literally stealing someone's idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like as an actor, we do shows that have been put on for, you know, years.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm sure, you know, Brian Darcy James could come up to me and be like, "Hey, you played Shrek. Give me $100,000." It's like, well, no, right? Like,
But I think it's different though, because here's the thing: is if I, you know, for the sake of example, I watch you do Shrek, and then I do Shrek, and I go, hey, I'm gonna take some stuff like Keelan.
I would be
That's-
flattered.
That's different though than if you wrote Shrek and I went, oh, I really like that one specific song, yoink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that is
Right?
true.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
think
feel like
I-
morally they shouldn't release the song.
no,
And if they do, they need to acknowledge it. And then, but if
That's-
you acknowledge it, that's just weird. That's just super weird.
just being like, so I wrote this song, so I'm bigger than this band,
Yeah.
but I stole some of their music, so
Yeah. Like I heard their song and it just wasn't that good. So
So
you know, I
made
saw
it
the
better.
potential and now
So
it's a
I took
big
it
hit.
and made it better.
I don't know, man. Like when it's your lifelong dream, like I don't know if I could resist not releasing it.
That's the problem, right? Like this is
Yeah.
finally your big
Like,
moment.
this
you
is your
finally
shot.
you
Yeah.
finally got a record label to listen to your song and they like it. Yeah.
I don't know.
I would like to think I would release it, but then like somehow give them some of the credit. Whether
Or-
it's like collab
yeah.
with them or give them money or like put their name on it or something like that.
There's like, you could also, I feel like you could probably maybe contact them before you release and say, hey, I wrote this song. There's very, very similar parts to it than yours. Would you be okay if I release it under my
If
name?
they say no,
or both of our,
fuck
if they
'em.
say no, then you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be like open and honest about it,
Yeah.
I guess. See
Yeah.
what they say. Like it's kind of yeah, that would probably be the best thing to do. It's just
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, yeah, I know that I just happened to come across and realize I probably was very much inspired and stole your idea a little bit
Yeah.
subconsciously. So if you don't want me to release it, I won't, but
Yeah.
I kind of want to."
But make sure you do it in person so that if they say no and you release it anyway, they don't have any evidence. against
Yeah,
that
don't
you,
do
that
it.
you asked them.
Don't do it by
Yeah.
phone call or anything.
Don't do it
Yeah.
phone call, emails, text message. Just do it in person.
Definitely
they
not
can-
emails or texts.
They can still
Yeah.
sue you at that point, but that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, but
They
now
could
they
sue
don't have
you.
anything to help their case.
Mhm.
Other than the fact that your song sounds exactly like theirs.
But
Just
you can
better,
play,
apparently.
You can play dumb,
Yeah.
you know? When you could say, "Oh, well,
Well, I think
know.
I think
didn't
literally
know."
I think this is a person who was ignorant of the fact that it sounded exactly like this other band's, and then just one day someone was like, "Hey, check out this song," and you were like, "That's my song."
Yeah. That's
So
the,
wait, did
that's
they
the
plagiarize
part,
you?
No, because you haven't released the song yet.
Yeah. That's the part that's interesting cuz you didn't technically do anything wrong
Yeah.
because you didn't know, but at the same time you did kind of plagiarize. So,
A little bit.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'd just release it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I feel like I would myself release it,
And just deal with the consequences after.
but I know that the right thing to do would not be not release it or to talk to them about it and say,
Yeah.
Hey,
either they get like a co-write type credit thing, or
Yeah.
if being the youngest child taught me anything, it's better to ask for forgiveness than for asking for permission.
That's the thing is
as
you-
another youngest child, I agree.
yeah. The thing is, you likely would get away with it. Like,
Oh,
in the
you
question it
100%
says
would.
that.
Yeah.
Again,
So-
They would
freaking
probably-
Kanye stole literally the exact same chorus, words, beat, everything from Daft Punk, and he got away with it scot-free.
Mhm.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, like chances are the band would, if they do hear it, would go, they're bigger than us, so we're not gonna bother.
Yeah.
Or, oh, they're bigger than us, did we?
We are gonna bother. Yeah.
Which
Or
And
they're gonna
also,
try and turn
like-
into controversy.
And also,
Yeah.
sure, you get 4 or 5 haters out of this band. So what? You're big enough. You're gonna have haters anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think we came to consensus of plagiarism. Go for it.
Yeah.
In school, don't do it. Music, yes.
Yes. Because everyone's doing it.
Exactly.
All right. We can do like one or two more here.
Yeah. Let's do one more at least.
There is literally just an army of dogs barking in my backyard right now.
Can't hear it, which is great.
That's good. Like literally,
Oh, wait,
it
now
sounds
you
like
can kind of hear it.
It
Yeah.
sounds like
as soon as
every
I started listening, I was like, hmm.
it sounds like every single dog in my neighborhood is barking.
Is your dog barking?
Yeah. There's these
Okay.
dogs in my neighborhood, and I hope my neighbors are listening. Their dogs, they have their dog, lets it out at all hours, and it just barks for 10 minutes straight. Like our dogs are annoying. They bark like crazy, but we freaking like the second they start barking, we rip that door open. We're dragging them inside.
Right.
These people just their dog just barks, just sits there and barks. There's no other dogs. It just walks outside, and just barks for 10 minutes. And it's
Maybe it's
it's
blind.
so
and
it's so infuriating.
it just doesn't know what's around.
The dog just walks out on the front porch and just.
it. Yeah, literally.
Yeah. So, you are a skilled doctor with 5 patients who all need different organ transplants. There are currently no organs available to give them, and if they don't get their transplant soon, they will all die. You have a 6th patient who is dying of an incurable disease. At the moment, you are giving him medicine to ease his pain and prolong his life. He is a compatible organ donor for your 5 other patients, but the medicine he is taking will keep him alive just a day longer than they have left. If you were to stop giving him medicine, he would die before then, in a very painful way, but you would then be able to use his organs to save the other 5. What should you do? What if the 6th, what should you do?
So this 6th patient is for sure gonna die a day later
Yeah.
than the other guys if they don't get their transplants.
Yeah, so this guy can cure all the other people's ailments with his organs.
I mean, the moral thing to do would, I mean, I'm sure you've already had a conversation with the guy about, hey, you're gonna die.
Mhm.
So I
Well, the
think
thing
it would just take another conversation of being like, hey, you're gonna die. These other 5 people. I mean, if I was him, I'd be like, I'm dying, and these other people can live. Yeah, heck, man.
Yeah, well, I think-
take it.
I think there's still a chance that like if they get lucky enough that he gets a organ donation like at the last second, then he would survive.
But the other
but-
5 wouldn't.
But the other 5, yeah, they could like all end up dying
I
if
think
they wait.
honestly, I was
we know,
Yoink!
like,
we know what Devin's answer is gonna be.
Yeah.
Yoink!
Devin doesn't even wait for doesn't even put the guy down, doesn't put him in anesthesia, nothing, just hey.
It said it like made a thing saying that it's gonna be a painful death. Like wow. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's the same thing as the trolley situation where you got one person on the other, one track and 5 people on the other. Same thing.
It's like a combination of the trolley problem and the miners problem that we were doing, where it's like you could kill the one dude and have enough air, or you could not and not have enough air.
Yeah.
Yeah, like honestly, it doesn't even say. He says it's incurable. He's gonna
Mhm.
die no matter
He's gonna
what.
die.
It's-
The only
it's
thing is
in-
his family will get 1 extra day with him. I'm sorry. It's 1 extra day with him, or it's an entire lifetime for the other families, 5 more families.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is pretty obvious, but there's a follow-up question.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It says, what if the patient's disease was curable and the medicine you are giving him will allow him to make a complete recovery?
Still 5/1.
I'd give him the option. I'd say, hey, these 5 people could use your organs, You're sick, probably in pain. Would you rather we do that and you will die soon after, or would you rather us cure you?
Yeah.
He'd probably go,
And
This
if
one's
he-
harder.
F you
this
guys,
one's
this
harder
is
to
a-
me because if this guy's curable,
Mhm.
like his
Yeah.
medicine's curing him, he doesn't even need an organ donation.
No.
Like technically, he's not like that's just like taking a random guy off the street being like, "Hey, your organs match these
Well,
guys.
I
I'm just gonna murder you."
Which is
Like, these people
literally
are on-
think about what that literally getting
Like, that
that
just
little
doesn't
like
work.
organ donation thing in your mail. That's literally what that is. It's being like, hey,
yeah,
do you want to donate? But that's also when you die. Do you want to
Yeah,
be
exactly.
an organ donor?
it's not like asking you right now. Hey, you want to just donate your heart?
don't know.
Like, are you
I think
done with
if
life?
we if we ignore the second scenario, like the he is curable, it would be like have a conversation with him and do it.
And if he says no, just start feeding him Tic Tacs instead of his actual medication, and he's gonna die soon anyway.
But in my opinion, in the second scenario, I'd say that
It's a lot harder. It's a lot harder.
I think I would let the other like if the other 5 are gonna live, they're gonna live like this. They're gonna get an organ donation at the last second. But
I would
I
go
don't think
to
it's fair.
them. I would go to them and be like, hey, this other guy doesn't need it, but do you guys want to donate your organs to
let's have a
anything
vote.
anyways?
No, I say we
Gather
go to
them
the
all in
other
a
guys.
room. Gather them all in
So
a room.
this guy here, we can kill him to save you guys, but he's
Don't
not
even-
gonna die. So I just want you guys all to vote. They're on one side. The guy's like dying in the bed, sitting there.
Imagine instead of mailing us like, hey, do you want to donate your organs when you're dead? Imagine instead of doing that, they like bring you in or they come to your house with this guy who's dying and they're like, would you like to save this man's life when you're like, or someone like him? And you're like,
Oh my
no.
goodness.
This dude's
It's
just
like
like,
those-
"Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's those orphan commercials. Like they make you feel horrible. You're watching like
Yeah.
the kids starving, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
There-
If I
there's a-
don't,
As you're
if I
just sitting
don't
there with a
donate-
Big Mac, you're just like,
at that point,
I
they're
just
like,
feel bad now.
no, if you're sitting there with a Big Mac, at that point, they walk up and they go, hey, would you? Never mind, your organs are crap anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I think the best scenario is just to put him up to a vote. Just let the people that need his organs decide. You know.
Yeah.
Honestly, get them all in a room and just go, you 5 need his organs. You are gonna recover.
What's the
Drop a kitchen knife in the
I was
middle
gonna
and
say
walk away.
The Joker scenario where he snaps the
Yeah.
the pool thing in half and just have at
There's
her.
3 of you. We got one job opening. Have fun, folks.
They just like take the knife and take out all his organs.
Oh
Yeah.
Just
You come back in and everyone's stitching each of themselves up.
yeah.
They're like, oh, we just meant to like choose, and you're like, oh, we did it ourselves.
Oh, whoa, we didn't know that yet.
Oh man.
Oh, brutal.
One just guy's
Well-
a liver where his heart's supposed to be, but he's still kicking somehow. He's just still
He's just figured
kicking.
it out. You don't even need a heart. You just replace it with any organ. It works fine apparently. Hearts are overrated.
Blood goes to all the organs anyways, right? Why can't it just go to this one?
Oh man.
Oh, my goodness.
That's brutal. Well,
I don't know. I think, in all seriousness, I think obviously you would want to talk to him, but like if since it's a theoretical situation, if I had to take it into my own hands, I would definitely go 5 people over 1.
Yeah.
mhm. But if the guy, yeah, in the first scenario, but in the second scenario, I think I would let the guy that's like has a clear path to life live
Yeah.
compared to the 5 people that need a miracle to save them. You know.
But the miracle is his organ, so if you can provide those 5
I know,
miracles,
but it's so unfair.
But
It's
then
like
what
just-
if like you're going to do the surgery and taking his organs out,
But-
and he
but-
wakes up and just goes, "Please, sir."
But here's the thing: is it doesn't say he will survive. It says it is technically curable, so he's not 100% gonna die.
It says no. It says if the second scenario, if you keep giving him his medicine, he'll survive.
I forgot his medicine today. Whoops.
Yeah.
Oopsies. This is why I should never be a doctor.
That's because
This
this
is
is
why
why
I
none
should
of us
never
are
be a
going to
doctor.
be doctors.
No, none of us are gonna be doctors. I had a doctor pipe dream in grade 5.
Yeah.
And then I took my first I don't even what's the inside of your body called? Like
Biology.
no, not biology. Anyway, see, this is why I can't be a
Oh,
doctor.
anatomy.
I don't even know. Anatomy.
Yeah.
Took like in grade 5 you learn like anatomy, and I had to do like my science tests.
Yeah.
And I'm like I just remember I had this clear vision of just like sitting in grade 5 class. I feel like I was doing my test in like a coat room or something because I think they separated us so we couldn't cheat. And I'm just like sitting there like I was so clueless.
Or
like,
you're just Harry Potter and they shoved you in a closet.
Yeah. I guess I can never be a surgeon because I couldn't even remember anything in the anatomy.
See,
and that's where my doctor dreams ended.
I have a friend an actor friend who's gone to school for theater, but she's now going to school for nursing. And she's the type of person that you get like a scrape, a cut, something is pussing and infected. She'll be like, "Oh, show me." Or like I'll be like, "I got a scrape today." She's like, "Can you send me a picture?" Like,
yeah, people are.
You're the weirdest person ever.
I know. I know this one guy that was like that. Like I worked with this summer, and he's in medical school.
Yeah.
And yeah, when I worked this summer, like we worked downtown on the waterfront, so people would get injured and stuff, and he'd always want to be like right there. Be like, "Whoa, that's so cool!" Everyone's like, "That's disgusting." He's like, "That's so cool. Let me see that."
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's
I'm just like, I don't even want to get close to this.
Yeah.
That's like my brother. He's like he's not like obsessed with it, but like I remember when he was really really young, he was climbing into our minivan, and when you're really young, you kind of gotta like actually climb in.
Yeah.
And his kneecap hit a bit of cut tile because we were renovating at the time, and it punctured all the way through to his kneecap bone.
Oh, jeez.
No.
All right. So my dad, being a firefighter, is like,
Yeah.
"Holy cow, Kathleen, go grab some like bandages or anything." She comes back with a dish rag, by the way. So he starts doing it. Obviously, they take him to a hospital, but Tristan, like, obviously in a lot of pain. But he watched the doctor stitch up his knee.
Oh no.
He watched the doctor. Like,
I couldn't
just
even
look like freaking looking at him as he went.
When I had my knee surgery,
nuts.
they asked me if I wanted to be knocked out or if I wanted to just like have my leg, like my like lower half numbed. And I was like,
I'd be like,
no,
"Sorry, what
knock
kind of
me
question
out.
is that?"
Knock me out.
Absolutely knock me out. Like,
I
Man,
don't want to be aware at all.
I go to get a filling, and I'm like, "Hey, can you guys knock me out? Can you guys knock me out? I'm getting a filling, but can you knock me out?"
I can do filling and like doing cavities and like the drilling the little
Oh, I hate
but
it.
I have to have my whole mouth numbed, and I have to have the laughing gas.
Yeah, the laughing gas makes it a good time, honestly.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, this is a dream. But laughing gas makes me puke. So
Oh, really? Like when you come out of it or like during?
during. The last few times I've had laughing gas, I'll be like 15, 20 minutes in, and I'll just throw up.
I'm sorry. It's just like, the laughing gas really makes it a good time. Makes me puke though.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I despise
He's having a good time
puking.
until-
But like when I've puked with laughing gas, I just remember I just lie there. I'm like, yeah, this is fine. The dentist is like
The
freaking out,
dentist
like wiping
is
everything up.
covered in puke, and you're just like, "It's great."
Yeah, I think I don't know if I'm allergic to the laughing gas or you get super dizzy. Like at least I do. I don't know if that's
My
normal.
dentist always tells me like, let me know if you feel too heavy, because that's the thing is you feel like you're sinking.
That's probably what it is. But
Right?
I'm sitting there enjoying it, so I don't want to say anything.
Yeah,
Like,
it
I'm
gives
sinking, but it's
like
sweet.
slight vertigo. Yeah,
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? My dentist, I feel like she never does it enough. Like she's like in there like digging at my teeth, and I'm like, I can feel all of this. I can feel it all. Like, did you
Well,
even give me anything?
Even when they numb me, sometimes like obviously because like they can't numb the root of your tooth, so when they're like digging out and like doing a filling, if they go too far, you can feel it because there's a nerve in your tooth.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry for people that.
Yeah,
Like,
if they hate
I'm cringing. Everyone's left now. No one's listening anymore.
except my friend who's like, "Tell me more.
Unless
Tell me more."
unless you're a maniac, you're still listening.
And you know,
My
who you
problem
are.
is I have really sensitive teeth, so I like always feel it when they're
Yeah, me
like
too.
digging in there. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's the absolute worst thing
Yeah, I have
ever.
like my whole family at the dentist, terrible gag reflex. Like
Oh.
terrible. It's the worst. Even like, so our dentist now, you know that little suction thing that sucks out all the water and like all the stuff that they've done? Instead of doing it themselves, they now know that they're just handing it to us. And we sit
What?
there, they're like doing things in our mouth, and if they get too much saliva or something, we'll just,
You do it yourself?
oh yeah.
That's so weird.
I think
So
both
weird.
me and my sister, they now just hand us the little thing, and we'll just
That's
whenever
funny.
we need to. Yeah.
I'd like that.
That's crazy.
I had things like when I was getting my mouth guard done for football, I had like a custom mouth guard done. The like they press the putty, right? And it goes up the back of like and here, and I was like like anything. And for like, you know, when you get your teeth x-rayed, they sometimes put that little like contraption that has like a hole in it in your. Couldn't do that for the longest time. We had to have we had to use like the kid one or just not have it and just use the little like thing. It's so weird.
Dang.
Well, I remember I bashed in my 2 front teeth. So they're like,
we can tell.
Thank you.
So they're fake. They're fake, right?
So like half of them are fake. Like half of it's like fake.
Right.
I never knew that, but I always looked at your 2 front teeth and were like, they look kind of interesting. But that makes sense.
I think it's
like they
just
always
his
look.
face.
They look so solid. Like your 2 front. They look like.
You should have prefaced that by going, "No offense, but."
I didn't think that they look weird.
We've been friends for a really long time, and I always wondered why you look like just a freaking beaver.
No. It's not that they look like buck teeth. They just look like you have fine china in your mouth.
Yeah, for those who are watching, right here.
Yeah.
Fine China.
Fine China.
We are now the episode. The episode title is gonna be
Fine China.
Murder in Fine China.
Yeah. No, but I don't like. They gave me so much laughing gas that I don't even remember being at the dentist's at all.
That doesn't seem right.
No, like I'm not even kidding. I remember we were playing tag for some reason in a parking lot. I don't even remember why. And I tripped on a curb and bashed my face in against a bunch of rocks. And I remember like spitting out sand, but it was bits of my teeth.
Oh,
that's so gross.
And I remember the next day, because this was late at night, the next day I went, and again, I don't remember. All I remember is going to McDonald's after it happened. And just getting like a drink, and that's it.
I was gonna say you were not able to eat after that.
No, I wasn't able to eat anything, but I think it was actually ice cream. I think I got an ice cream.
Yeah. That's so funny.
But I don't even remember being at the dentist at all.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like, at all.
I think they must have knocked you out, not just.
I was
giving
gonna say they either
laughing
knocked
gas.
you out or you were in so much pain your mind you just passed out.
I don't know. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
That's
that's lucky. Well, this kind of turned into just talking about the dentist, which you know what, I'm okay.
That's a moral dilemma to go to the dentist or not.
The dentist dudes in the morning. Great. Okay.
I got theories. I think the dentists, they just tell you have stuff wrong with your mouth. Like they just open your mouth, and I don't know how dentists, they just look at you for 3 seconds. They're like, yeah, 8 fillings. Like, what?
I mean,
and then you go in for your filling, and they touch it for like 30 seconds. They're like, yep, that's all good.
I think dentists are the mechanics of the human body. They just like, oh yeah, you're gonna need a new blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And since we don't know any better, we're like,
okay. Yeah.
Then they hand you those little pamphlets, and they're like, if you don't get this procedure done, it could cause brain infections. You're just like, well, sorry.
Like if you don't get this tooth pull, your toes might fall off, and that can affect you down the road. And it's like, oh no, really? Oh no!
And then they're just like $3,000, please.
I guess I better get those teeth pulled before my toes fall off.
Yeah. Man.
Anyways, if you want to sign up for, maybe we'll do like a offshoot episode of dentist conspiracies.
It's just called dentist and dentist dudes in the morning or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should do talk about conspiracies. We should do a video or podcast talking about conspiracy.
Hey everybody,
theories.
welcome to Shane Dawson's second channel.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of conspiracies actually. I would be down for that.
Yeah, conspiracy theories would be a good one to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know if you want to hear conspiracy theories.
And we can talk about if we believe the conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
if we want to believe
we could
them.
do like a
Mm-hmm.
if we get once we do our Patreon, we could do like another episode just for the Patreons called like Conspiracies at Night or something like that. And we record those ones in the morning because we record these ones during the night.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Oh, anyways, guys, we learned a lot today. We were on what did we learn about? We were a great father. We won't let our kid go to jail. Probably just to save our own face.
I don't know if that makes us a great father. I don't know.
No.
Hey, if you're a father listening to this, let us know if that makes us terrible or great.
Yeah.
Let us know what you would do.
And we're gonna kill some terrorists, though.
Yeah. And also find China.
Find
China.
Devon's teeth is fine China. So if you want him to lose more teeth, punch him in the face.
Yeah, my entire set of teeth is actually just porcelain.
Yeah, if
So
you
I gotta
ever
be
see
really careful when I eat.
if you ever see Devon in person again, just make sure you give his two front teeth like a solid look, and you'll see what I mean. They
No,
just
no,
look, look a little
just ask
different.
me about him. Just ask me about. I'll let you give him a little flick too. Just black, black.
It just goes ting 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 ting.
I'm just disappointed I never asked. I think what I've noticed about them is like my two front teeth are a little bit like crooked, whatever, and yours are so perfect. But that makes sense because they're fake, so they're like, of course.
Only
they make
half of them
perfect.
are fake. Only like
Still
the
though,
bottom half.
but they lined them up so perfectly. Like most people do have like natural buck teeth just a little bit.
But here's the thing: is my
I
two
don't.
front teeth might be in line, but
I
my
do.
side,
My family.
the two side teeth on me, the two side teeth are like, oh, they're like doing jigs, man. They're like all wonky.
Oh,
Crazy.
man.
I feel like when
Oh,
I
my
smashed
goodness.
my face against some rocks, like my entire set of teeth just went to the side.
Except the two front ones because they got fixed.
The two front ones because they got bashed in and
Yeah.
incinerated.
Oh man.
Well, guys, we did it. A complete episode on Zoom. It's not
big
as
shout
fun,
out to
but-
Zoom.
Thank you to Zoom for sponsoring this episode. They replaced Schnapple.
Yeah, Snapple is no longer our sponsor. It is Zoom and our rooms.
and water.
Water. What are
I
you
have
drinking now?
San Pellegrino.
Oh, for a second I thought it was like
it's
White
the-
Claw, and I was gonna.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But chugging it back. It's the dark Morello cherry and pomegranate flavor. It's probably I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
Do you like San Pellegrino? Come to our channel and watch Noah drink it. We're also going to do that for Patreon subscribers. It's just going to be Noah drinking a San Pellegrino.
Close up. Just a slow zoom.
Oh yeah.
That just sounds like you're smoking a bong, but okay.
Drink it more seductively, please. Oh yeah, look at that jawline. Oh.
Oh, that's so uncomfortable.
I feel like one of those
was
those
amazing.
TikTok e-boys. What is the face that they oh god, like the faces they do are so uncomfortable.
It's so funny.
All right. We've
Man.
been on a tangent, but thanks
Yeah.
thanks you for listening and watching
Oh yeah.
our Dilemma Dudes podcast remote. Hopefully we'll be back together by 2025 or something. We'll be able
I don't
to
know.
be in the flesh.
I'm never leaving my house.
Well,
so
you know.
just kidding.
I'm
Never
looking
again.
at uploading my brain to my computer's hard drive in the next
Yeah.
couple months. So 2025 might not be a possibility
Yeah.
person anymore.
And I'm heading on vacation soon to Mexico actually. So if you guys want to come along,
But don't worry.
I would think I was
That'd
going
be
to
a good
Italy,
time.
not going to lie.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
guys. He's got posts scheduled so that it makes it look like he's not
Yeah,
on vacation.
exactly. When we're recording the podcast when I'm in Mexico, I'm bringing this whole backdrop with me.
It's actually
So
just,
I'll just be-
it's actually just a painting.
Yeah, I'll be in a beach in Mexico with this backdrop behind me. You'll never know I was there. My skin will gradually be getting tanner and tanner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, man.
Anyways, guys, I'll be in Mexico, so
Make sure you check out our Instagram for pictures of Noah being in Mexico. It's Dilemma Dudes Pod, and you can find us, send us DMs, and hate mail, whatever you want. Tell us we're terrible people. You can find me at boywonder_3.
and I'm N_Hollinshead.
And for all the single ladies, you could find me at NovidXD at Instagram. And you
That's
can
very
follow me on
bold.
For all the
Twitter
single
and
ladies.
and also Facebook's also an option too. Yeah,
Well,
gonna be
guys, nice
fun.
to see you virtually.
it was a good time.
I'll just meet you guys out in the backyard, and we'll head out, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's good now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, there we go. We can do that. We can finally do the bit. We
Yeah.
can finally do Okay, bye-bye.
Peace,
Bye-bye.
guys.
See ya. Awkward. Leave the Zoom call now. Or we don't really have to leave the Zoom call.
No, just stop recording.